Hello guys, how are you today? Now that we are done in caregiving, we will move on to our new lesson, which is dressmaking. Ayan. Dressmaking is a process of creating a dress by using a sewing tools and equipment. When it comes in dressmaking, guys, taking body measurements very important in order to produce a well-fitted garment, and it must be accurate. Without measurements, a pattern cannot be drafted to produce a well-fitted dress. Ayan. That's why sewing tools and equipment are very important when it comes in dressmaking. Okay? We cannot make or we cannot produce a finished product without knowing the proper uses of tools and equipment. Okay, sewing tools and equipment are used in garment construction. The skillful use of the different sewing equipment will help take body measurement and drafting pattern with accuracy and speed. This lesson will provide a knowledge and skills of the different tools and equipment which are necessary in sewing. Um, a complete set of tools and equipment are presented to help you work faster. Ayan, kaya nga napaka-importante ng mga sewing tools and equipment kapag gumagawa tayo ng mga produkto. Alright? Measuring tools. Um, Measuring tools are instruments to determining a dimensions of the given object. Ayan. You should always choose the right tools for the job. Nang sa ganon, makagawa tayo ng maganda at um, maayos na produkto. Alright? The first one is tape measure. A tape measure or measuring tape is used to measure its size or distance. As you can see, tape measure a non-stretchable flexible strip that is usually calibrated in inches. Okay, it is frequently used for taking body measurement. Ayan. Number two, gauge. It's used to measure short distance such as seam allowance and hem. As you can see, gauge is a small ruler with a sliding guide and it is usually 6 inches long. Okay, it's used for measuring buttonholes, hemlines, and other small measurements. Ayan. Rulers. It's a useful tool to have for measuring and drawing straight seam lines, and cutting lines. The main purpose of rulers when it comes in dressmaking is to draw, to make a straight lines when it comes when it comes in making a pattern. No, it also aids in connecting lines. That's the main purpose of rulers, right? Yardstick. A yardstick is made of smooth, shellac, hardwood, or metal. Ayan, it is used for making hemlines and checking grain lines when laying out the pattern. Ginagamit yan kapag gagawa na ng hemline. Yung hemline, ito yung guhit na kung saan tatahiin kapag itutupi yung damit sa ibaba, sa mga gilid. Like for example, ito, hemlines. Ito, hemlines yan. No? Hemlines. Right? Next. L square. It has perfect squares and it's useful in making straight lines and numbers. L square has two arms connected perpendicularly. The longer arm is 24 inches long and the shorter arm is 14 inches long. And the main purpose of L square is to divide the garment into the desired measurement. Ayan, no? Next one is French curve. This is used to shape the depth of the neck hole and the armhole of the pattern. The main function of French curve is to shape necklines, um, collars, and armholes. Okay, kaya kung makikita nyo, meron siyang shape. Alright? Next, cutting tools. Cutting tools are instruments that serve well if properly maintained. That's why cutting tools must be sharpened regularly, and the joints are oiled occasionally for better use. Para nang sa ganon, hindi sila pumurol. Kaya kailangan lagi natin nililinis yung mga ating cutting tools. The first one, pinking shears. This is popular in zigzagging or scallop edge or for seam finishes. This is used to finish seams and raw edges and to create decorative design or edges on many types of fabric. If you want to decorate your fabric, no, you can use pinking shears. Ayan. Embroidery scissor. Embroidery scissors are special type scissors used to cut sewing thread or multiply embroidery thread. Okay, this is um, specially designed with long, thin, pointy tips to allow someone to cut threads in tight areas accurately. Okay, we need to use scissor, no, to cut off excess threads. Okay, because we cannot use our teeth to cut thread. Pwede, pero it will not have a good outcome when it is cut. All right. Next, buttonhole scissor. This is intended for making buttonholes. Buttonhole scissor is used for making buttonhole without stretching and damaging the stitches. Kaya kung makikita nyo, napakaliit lang ng blades niya. Ginagamit lang talaga ito para sa paggawa ng buttonholes. Alright? Next, thread clippers are a handy little spring-loaded cutting tool that allows for the snipping of threads. Ayan. And this clipper is specifically used to snip threads, and they are not designed to cut fabric. Hindi mo siya pwedeng pang-cut ng fabric, pangputol ng fabric, no? Kasi it will not be accurate when it is cut. Hindi siya accurate kasi pang thread cleavers lang talaga siya. Yes, pang-cut lang siya ng thread. Okay, a small piece of thread. Ayan. Next, seam reavers are specifically designed for reaving out stitches for seams, either as a result of an error or during alterations. It has three parts: the sharp blade for cutting stitches and threads, bolty point for fabric protection, and the handle. The main purpose of seam reaver is to remove unwanted stitches. Ayan. Okay, cover it when not in use to prevent injuries or damage. Kapag hindi mo siya ginagamit, dapat itabi natin siya para hindi siya magsanhi ng disgrasya. Okay? Next, rotary cutter. It works like a pizza cutter and can be used by left or right-handed sewers. Rotary cutter is available in different sizes and with different blades. Ayan. When using a rotary cutter, work on a cutting mat to protect blade and the cutting surface. Ayan, kapag gagamit tayo ng rotary cutter, dapat meron tayong sapin sa ibaba or mat. Nang sa ganon, hindi masira yung blade niya. Ayan, alright? Next, marking tools. What are those marking tools? Marking tools are required for transferring pattern markings to garment fabric pieces and making alterations on garments. The first one, chalk pencils or Dressmaker pencil. This is available in white or pastel shades. This chalk pencil is used to make fine lines on fabric. It has a erasing brush at one end. Chalk pencils are used to make totally accurate on to make accurate markings on fabric. As you can see, the plastic brush can help you to remove trace trace mark on chalk lines. Okay, that's the use of chalk pencil. Next, Tailor's chalk. This is essential as a marker for use on materials. And Tailor's chalk is available in different range of color or colors. No? Kaya kung makikita nyo, iba-iba yung kulay niya. Ayan, and it is removed by um, brushing. The main purpose of Tailor's chalk is to make temporary guide marks or alteration marks on clothing. Ayan. Wax chalk. This is available in black or white and it's used for woolen fabrics. It is just a Tailor's chalk, but wax chalk can be removed by pressing. Ginagamit ito sa mga tela na gawa sa balahibo ng tupa. Ayan. Alright. Next. Tracing wheel to transfer marks from pattern or fabric. Para may transfer mo yung pattern mo sa fabric, gagamit ka ng tracing wheel. No? Alright. Dressmaker's carbon paper used with the tracing wheel to transfer pattern marks to fabric. Yung carbon paper, ito yung gagamitin mo para magte-trace ka ng pattern mo dyan. Nang sa ganon, mai-transfer mo siya dun sa tela na gagamitin mo. With the use of tracing wheel. Ayan. No? Okay. Pinning and sewing tool. The first one is Pincushion to hold pins and needles. The main purpose of Pincushion is to hold and to store your pins and needles so that they are not scattered. Napaka-useful ng Pincushion. Nang sa ganon, hindi pa kalat-kalat yung mga pins and needles to prevent injuries and damage. Alright? Hand needle. Used in making temporary stitches and buttonholes. Sizes of 7 to 10 are for general hand sewing. The main purpose of hand needle is to pass thread through cloth to make stitches in sewing. Ayan. Always keep your needles smooth and sharp by storing them on a pin cushion. Okay, when not in use. Ayan. Needle threader. It aids in putting the thread to the needle. It consists of two parts, the handle and the wire. The main purpose of threader, especially when you have a poor eyesight, no? Na ito ang gamit nito para mabilis mong maipasok yung sinulid dun sa karayom. Okay. Next. Thimble. A small hard-pitted cup worn for protection on the finger that pushes the needle in sewing. The main purpose of thimble is to protect your fingers or finger while pushing the needle. Ayan. And last one, materials. We have fabric. A fabric is a material made through weaving, knitting, spreading, felting, stitching, crocheting, or banding that may be used in production of further goods, garments, and many more. Fabric is available in different types, no? Kasi mayroong mga fabric na mabigat, may magaan, may manipis, may makapal, may matibay, merong hindi. Alright? No? And last one, thread. The thread is used in assembling or constructing the parts of the garment. It's available in variety of types, no? Um, Thread, they differ in terms of texture, fiber content, strand, and colors. The color of the thread should suit the color and texture of the fabric to be used. Nang sa ganon, dapat yung kulay ng sinulid mo, dapat aakma siya dun sa tela na gagamitin mo. Nang sa ganon, maganda yung kalalabasan ng produktong gagawin mo. Alright? Okay? That's all for today, guys. And I hope you learned a lot, no? At umaasa ako na yung mga napag-aralan natin ngayon, may i-apply nyo kapag gumawa na kayo ng sarili nyong product. That's all for today, guys. Have a nice day and keep safe always.